I was literally just watching a show and I realized that the characters almost never say it's easy or get to the point. They use these punchy, advanced expressions that sound so much more natural. It made me think that this is exactly what my students are missing right now to get to that more fluency level. So I decided to break down 10 must known advanced phrases you'll hear in almost every TV show. They are very common, so make sure that you watch this video until the end. Let's dive into the first one. Cut to the chase. We often use this phrase when someone is being too wordy or giving too much unnecessary detail. Give me the summary. We say, can we just cut to the chase? It's a bit direct, even a little more aggressive, but it's a very common. We actually hear that a lot on YouTube videos as well, like in the beginning of YouTube videos. I know you have a lot of excuses, but let's cut to the chase. Is the money gone? Look, I'm in a rush, so I'll cut to the chase. We are offering you the partner position. Call it a day. This one is a staple of office dramas and police shows. It means you're deciding to stop working on something because you're tired or you've done enough. We don't say, I'm going to stop now. We say, let's call it a day. We've been looking at these files for 8 hours. Let's call it a day. Let's finish now and get some sleep. I'm not making any more progress on this script. I think I'll call it a day. That's what I said yesterday evening. In a bind. Note that the pronunciation bind, not bind. Rhythming with find or mind. We use this when we are in a difficult situation, even complicated, that is hard to explain. It's more descriptive than saying I have a problem. It implies you're tied up in a trouble. You can't get off. You can't get out of them. Listen, I'm in a bit of a bind. My babysitter canceled, and I have a huge meeting in 10 minutes. The protagonist is usually in a bind by the end of the first act. Kill two birds with one stone. This is an advanced idiom, the way we talk about efficiency. When we manage to achieve two different things with just one single action, in movies, a character might suggest a plan that solves two problems at once to save time. It sounds much more sophisticated than just saying, let's do both at the same time. I have to go to the bank and the grocery store right next door, so I can kill two birds with one stone. I practice my English while watching your video, so I kill two birds with one stone. I'm pretty sure that you have something very similar in your own language, similar idiom or similar phrase that implies or explains the same idea. And if you do, let me know in the comment section below. Let's continue. Long story short, we use it when we realize our story is getting too long and we want to jump straight to the result. We missed the train, lost the map, and long story short, we spent the night in the barn. I don't want to get into the drama, but long story short, we aren't friends anymore. Play by ear. It comes from music. If someone asks for schedule and you aren't sure, you say, let's just play it by ear. I don't know what time the flight gets in, so let's just play it by ear regarding dinner. We don't have a reservation, so we'll just have to play it by ear when we get to the city. The best of both worlds. This phrase is very common when discussing a perfect situation. It's when you get the advantages of two different things at once. It's that ideal scenario everyone is searching for in movies. He lives in the countryside but works in the city. He really has the best of both worlds. This job gives me a high salary and total creative freedom. It's the best of both worlds. Get out of hand. We often use this phrase when a situation loses control or becomes chaotic. Think of a scene where a small argument turns into a huge fight. That's when things get out of hand. That celebration was fine at first, but it quickly got out of hand once the music got louder. We need to handle this rumor before it gets out of hand. Hit the nail on the head. When a character finally realizes the truth or identifies the exact cause of a problem, they hit the nail on the head. It's a very satisfying phrase to use when someone is exactly right. I think you hit the nail on the head. The real issue here is trust. And the last phrase, a long shot. We are ending this video with a great one. A long shot is a phrase used when something has a very low chance of succeeding, but you're going to try it anyway. There's a moment where they say it's a long shot, but it's our only chance. Getting a meeting with the CEO is a long shot, but I'm going to try to email him anyway. I know it's a long shot, but do you think there is any way we can win this case? It was a long shot, but she actually managed to get the last ticket to the show. So, what do you think? Which one of this was your favorite? Or maybe you've heard a different one in a movie that you want to explain. Let me know in the comments below and also tell me what kind of themes or phrases you want me to cover in my future videos. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.